Hey Rob, how's it going?
Hey Jim, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Hey, the last week went fast. It feels like we were just talking a few
We
minutes
were just
ago.
talking, yeah, exactly. And it's still kind of cold out here, which is surprising here in Southern California, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you should move back to the state of Florida, enjoy some heat again.
No, I have to go skiing once in a while, and we've got the ski resorts are going full steam here, so that's great.
The other day I was reading through some articles about the best places to live in the United States, and then that led me to some of the best places to live in the world. Unfortunately, the United States wasn't in the top 15 of any of the people that took those polls. But I know there's a lot of expats, people leaving for different reasons, but finances happens to be one of the main ones. And California, of course, we know that people have been leaving California in search of cheaper retirement. Some of them are just living the online lifestyle, moving from country to country, all different reasons. It's expensive to live in San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
LA. Is there a cheap place in California to live? Probably not, right?
Sure. Well, yeah, you want to go central California where no one lives. You live in the high desert or something. Yeah, it's relatively inexpensive. California is interesting. I'm as you know, I'm from where you are now. I'm on East Coast. I'm a Florida guy, and I moved out here just in California. I live in Los Angeles, and I'm right at our headquarters. And I moved here just to say I did it for a year. And then one thing led to another, and things happen in life. But there is a lot to be said for living in California. I mean, it's cliche, but you can surf and you can ski and you can go to Vegas on the same day. It's you can gamble, ski, and surf in the same day. So there's really a lot to be said for living in California. But in terms of relocating and our business, what we do, of course, people are moving internationally, moving away. It's expensive. It really is expensive, and your dollar can go a lot further in many other places in the world, and so that's part of what's driving our business.
Now, of course, there's the financial side of it, but there's also other factors like climate. If you're a warm weather person or a hot weather or a cold weather person, what are some of the locations that people are moving to now?
So a tremendous amount of our business, and it's not because of the weather, I'm sure, is UK. So the weather's not driving that, I don't think. Europe, weather probably not driving a lot of that either. But we move people. Tremendous number of our clients are going to Mexico. They're going to the Philippines is big, and that's climate and cost of living. Probably more cost of living in the Philippines, quite frankly. Those are some of the big ones. The UK, Europe, Philippines, Mexico. Yeah.
What about like Costa Rica? Are people still going there?
Costa Rica and Panama, tremendous. We're moving many people to Costa Rica and to Panama. Probably more Panama lately, than Costa Rica, but quite a bit. A huge number of folks are moving and relocating to those places.
Do you ever talk to the people after the fact, 3 months after they're there, a year after they're there?
Yeah, I do. Every once in a while, I've got it. This is a business, and this is we provide a service. But some of the clients that I engage with and our relocation specialists engage with, at the end of the day, we're making, for lack of a better word, friends. Because we're trying to help them and all that. And so I do like to come back and talk to folks and say, how's it going? I just moved someone to Boquete in Panama.
Yeah.
A lot of people in Panama, like I said. And, they're very, very happy. They're very happy with the lifestyle, with the cost of living, with everything that's happened. They're really enjoying it. So, yeah, we do sometimes.
And of course, if there's the buyer's remorse experience, you could always call up and say, hey, can you move us back?
I've moved some people back.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I've moved people back. Well, the people that I've moved back have been mostly, they don't tell me why, and I don't ask. It's not my business. I just did one recently, and he said it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. I'm going to do a transaction and make this happen for you. The other one, it was to the UK, had some problems with the visa.
Mm.
And it was just like, I give up. I'm moving back. Another interesting thing in the UK, and I don't know if people know this, there's an interesting quirk in terms of the real estate law in the UK. And if in the United States, if you are looking for a home and it's for sale and you sign a contract and you put your earnest money down and you get a closing date and there's no problems, the keys are handed over on a certain day. That's the closing
Mhm.
date, right? It's done.
Yes.
In the UK, it's very archaic. It's all of that, except with this caveat, and that is if the seller hasn't found a new home yet, you don't get the house. It's
Wow.
you cannot just take possession of their home because they haven't found a home yet. Now,
Interesting.
now there's a chain because that seller may have purchased a home and those folks couldn't find a house yet. So that's why they can't. And so it could last years where you can't move into your house.
Wow.
And I'm getting a little off topic, but yeah, so that's one of the interesting things that I have had happen where people have actually moved back. They go, I give up.
Now this is UK wide, so we're talking about England,
Scotland,
Wales. Yeah.
Northern Ireland, yes.
Wow, that's tremendous.
Yeah.
Now, one last question about this. Do people just plan poorly on average? I mean, are there certain things that if people had taken the time to look into before the move would have made everything much easier?
I think it's always really important to plan. I think that most of the folks that I work with, this is a big step. Moving, relocating internationally and moving your household goods. It's not a small transaction usually, although we try to make it as small as possible. And
Right.
so they usually have put a lot of effort into it. And so, no, I think that they've planned pretty well. And
Mhm.
yeah, in my experience, they've planned pretty well.
So you can reach out to another country's consulate or online and get some specific information up
Right.
to date. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. They're not just like, oh, gee, I didn't know. I'm here and I don't have a visa. Well, no.
Right. And then when you're in the process of working with SDC, then you're guiding people through
We are.
everything. So that's taken care of on that end.
Right.
So it seems like the most important thing would be to make sure that whatever home you plan on occupying, that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed there,
Absolutely.
and that you have the right kind of visa. Now, one last
Yeah.
question about this.
And everyone does. I mean, we very rarely have a problem where someone, just isn't prepared. We're the shipping
Right.
company, but we try to help. We have a logistics and support department as well. And so we're going to be involved in that. But, we're the shipping company. We're the moving company.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're there to help every step of the way. But I think our
Right.
clients are usually really engaged and they understand what's going on.
Right. And of course, you're available
I'm
if
always
somebody wants
available.
to reach out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I told you before, my policy is 24/7 kind of person. If I can pick up the phone, I will. And if I can't, I won't. It's as simple as that, but I don't have hours, I don't have days. And if I can help someone, I'm here to absolutely engage directly.
Well, what we'll do is we'll put your information, as always, on the screen down in the description below so that someone can reach out to you. We'll have your extension and everything there. Rob, as always, great information. Thanks for your time. And for those of you like these videos, share them with a friend, subscribe, and we'll see everybody next time.
All right, Jim, thanks so much. Take care over there.
You too.
Talk to you soon, I'm sure.